everyone. So a few of you have been asking me to demonstrate my new TYME iron. That's T-Y-M-E, not T-I-M-E. It's been like advertised all over Facebook. It is an expensive tool, so I wanted to make sure that I got this for dual purposes. The first, so I wouldn't have to constantly be bringing all those hair tools with me in my suitcase, because we do try to travel light. We do live out of a carry-on size bag. And then the second purpose is because my hair is so long and thick when I first get out of the shower and blow dry it, I wanted to be able to cut my prep time in half. So hopefully this meets both my needs. So let's check out what the product looks like. It's got a nice little instructional photograph set up there on the inside of the box cover. So as you can see, it explains that you can straighten it, as well as how to start curling it, and how to curl each side depending on, I guess, if you're right-handed or left-handed, and then just how to touch up and everything. But here's the iron itself. So let's go ahead and take it out. It's very pretty. And you can see right when I pull it out of the box, it already actually shows the angular shape that it has. So, but when I close it, it closes as though it's a regular flat iron. So I think that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so there's the cord, little heat protector, which I think is great. Perfect for packing. And then on top of that, here's the instructions card. Time, how will you use your time? So, excuse me. So here it looks like it's got a little registration card for your product, as well as the guidelines on the iron. So that looks like the exterior, like right here, if I'm pointing to the picture. Right here, that's our guideline. So there's the dotted line pointing to what is a guideline. And from videos that I've seen online, like demo videos, it looks like depending on which angle you point your iron, like if you're pointing it this way versus this way, and how you pull your hair through it, or your hair strand, that's going to be the level of curl that you receive from it. So one thing I wanted to point out after having read the instructions card here is that there is only one heat setting, and it does specify that the iron will heat to 400 degrees Fahrenheit when the light is blinking, and then keep a constant temperature, light steady. The iron will not automatically shut off. So that's something to keep in mind for those of you who like to leave your irons plugged in, or perhaps like lighter heat on your hair. I personally like high heat because, again, my hair is thick and curly. This right here is the power button, and I will say it heated in less than 5 seconds, which I was very impressed with. So if I just tap it gently, it does feel like it's at full heat already. So yeah, that was super fast and very impressive. I reviewed the instructions on how to hold the iron on the box. It took a couple practices, but one thing in particular is that I am right-handed, so I did find that the angles at which I would want to hold my other iron will be a little bit different with this one. So one thing to remember are the guidelines, and they are already like marked in a brown color, so you can see that. I didn't notice that before. I thought it was a shadow when I first opened the box, but it is the actual visible guideline, so remember that. So for me, as a right-handed person, to do my left side, which would be a little bit more difficult using my right hand, it says to raise my right elbow and face the guidelines towards the scalp, and then turn the iron towards the mirror. So when I was turning my iron, I thought, oh, okay, just this way. But it does not, in fact, do the curl. So what you want to do is bring the hair strand down, and then turn. When you're turning the iron, you want to bring the top towards the bottom of your body, and then bring the cord up to the ceiling, and that will give it the curl. That's what I was able to accomplish. If there are other angles, I will discover that later. So for now, that's all I was able to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice on the left side first, because that will be the more difficult side. So I'm just gonna grab the section of my bangs, my long bangs. And again, so the guidelines towards the scalp, And then turning the iron to face the mirror with the cord in the air. Yeah, so wow, look at that curl right there. That's crazy. And that was instantaneous like that, as you saw. So let's try another piece. Further back. Let's see how this one turns out. And my biggest thing is consistency. I like consistency in my curls, and I'm sure you feel the same way. Because if you have like a wavy side on one side and then like a really nice barrel curl on the other, you obviously feel a little lopsided. So I want to make sure that I can get kind of the same curl every time. So again, guidelines toward the scalp, and then turning the iron with the cord up to face the guidelines to the mirror. Okay, so that one wasn't as thick, so let's go over that one more time. Guidelines toward the scalp. Okay, so it looks like it curled more of the end, which is fine. I can deal with that. Now let's try a back piece, because this is going to be the more difficult area, I think. Okay, guidelines toward the scalp. And I'm going to bring it over my eye like the picture shows. Okay, wow, look at that curl right there. That's cool. That's really cool. So I'm gonna finish up a little bit more on the top here just to have a better idea of what it would look like when I was done. And I have noticed already that the longer I hold the iron on the strand, the better the curl, obviously. So I don't have to go over it as much if I hold it on there longer. So just keep that in mind, depending on how your hair works. Yeah, look at that, that's cool. Okay guys, so I've been experimenting with the right side, and I did find that it is actually a little bit more difficult, but you can see that I kind of figured it out. There's a few strands here that I was able to get. So I'm gonna try and show you what I did for the back part of my right side. So I'm gonna grab this piece here. And apparently it is just like the left side, where for what I figured out at least, is that you want the guidelines facing the scalp again. And then you're gonna wanna bring the iron down towards the face and twist it up with the cord in the air again. So that's gonna get the thickest curl, you see? So there's that curl right there. Let's twist it out to get it to where it belongs. And see that nice little ringlet right there? That's pretty cool. So I'll fluff it out. Yeah, so it obviously works. And playing with your angles is gonna get you whatever level of curl you want. So that's me with my straight hair, and I'm gonna come back later with nice, freshly washed, freshly dried hair, and we're gonna try this again. All right, see you in a few. All right guys, so as you can see, I just got out of the shower. My hair is still in the towel. So I'm gonna basically mark the time. Right now it is 1:47 p.m. I kind of had to do a couple things before I jumped in the shower, so it is the afternoon now. But so I want to treat this like my regular prep time routine, to kind of just time how much I can cut off, how many minutes I can cut off. I will do like drying my hair, my makeup, and then the styling, all as though I'm getting ready for work, and see how well I can accomplish this in a quicker time. All right, so there we go. so as you can see, I definitely just finished. The time is now 2:29. So that entire process took me about the same time. However, most of that time was spent trying to figure out the angles because, as you probably noticed, I had to split my hair into sections because I do have a lot of hair, but I'm really happy with the results. Now, the true test is whether or not it will last, and I guess we'll give it a couple hours, see if it lays flat or if it stays. My hair has a tendency to hold curl when I do this process pretty well, so if it happens to flatten, I will be surprised actually, but I think from what I can tell, it's gonna hold, and yeah, so we'll check back in a couple hours, but so far so good. All right, see you soon. All right guys, so it's been about an hour. It's about 3:27 right now in the afternoon. And so far everything looks really good. My hair has stayed. I haven't gone outside yet. I've just been inside doing different things around the house and definitely trying to move around and, you know, see what kind of happens with it. But so far nothing has really fallen too much, and yeah, I think overall it's a great product, definitely worth the money, and I plan on using it all the time. So good luck out there. Hope you like it too.